What's up, everybody? I am Fine as Wine. Yo, what's up? Welcome. It's your boy, Chef Fine as Wine. Today, we're going to be listening to some inside conversations between Malaysia and OG. Do you guys think it's colorism? What do you guys think from last night's episode? Please stay tuned, hit that subscribe button, share me out.
And posted a monkey picture. It aligned up. So, to me, correct. So, those are the instances.
So, A, that had nothing to do with you. I don't know Jackie and Kristen knows me well. I don't follow the blogs. I am not an Instagram chaser. So, whatever went out then, I probably knew nothing about. To my knowledge, you and I have never had an issue. So, I wouldn't call you a monkey or anything like that. I was going through something on my own, and I was breaking up with my friend. So I'm saying one monkey don't stop no show. Like, nigga, I'm gonna move on to the next. That was my own personal shit that had nothing to do with you. So happens that, I guess, it lined up, but it had nothing to do with you. And that's on my children's life. So, again, I feel like, I can't tell you how to feel, but I'm telling you from you to me that why would I celebrate you losing the job?
Well, like, that's what I'm saying. I don't know.
When I don't know. Like sitting here like, hey, maybe you should just do this. Maybe you shouldn't call that person. Like, I'm not going to celebrate anybody losing money because it'll make it. Like, I'm not that girl. So, no. If you're feeling or experiencing someone mistreating you of any kind of way, as far as like racial wise, sometimes people don't know what they're doing or are saying that's making a person feel a type of way. So if you could just say, like, this person called me Godzilla, then at least we know where to pinpoint the problem. But if you're just leaving it as a broad statement, we don't know where it came from because everybody is like, I know I didn't do it.
I did say at the reunion, you weren't at the Crystal event. So
yeah, I wasn't at the Crystal
I did say it at the Crystal event. I said it at the reunion. I said when somebody's calling you Godzilla, Tasmanian Devil, I said it in San Diego when she said, you think you're Godzilla, da-da-da-da. You think Phoebe, when I was asking her about the rap song. I've said it. So everybody has different memories, but I can only be accountable for what I remember and how I delivered it. I know for a fact I've mentioned it because I'm really big on mentioning things when it's in proximity to when it happens. After time passes, for me, I've already moved on. I've dealt with racism and colorism my entire life, which I think everybody might have, whether you know it or not. Some people say I've never. Kristen said you've never experienced it.
No, I've experienced it.
Okay, so you have. Okay, so I think it's a consensus.
I meant not here. Sorry to interrupt you. I meant like in this environment I've never experienced.
Okay, so I think it's a consensus that in our everyday lives, outside world, it's prevalent. What I don't like is this group, from the moment I met you guys, have talked about my breasts, talked about my feet, talked about my skin, talked about my hair, talked about my clothes.
You talked about your skin?
Yes.
And
yes, I didn't say who, because the thing that is always like, there's cameras and then there's not cameras. And we also don't know who says what and how they say it. So.
All right, so is it okay for the other ladies to talk about, it's not okay for the other ladies to talk about you, but it's okay for you to talk about the other ladies? I didn't say anything about being okay or not. I just said what was done. My thing is I just want us to all hold ourselves accountable for our actions. And like,
I'm listening.
We can't move on if we're not holding ourselves accountable.
OG? Okay.
So, yeah.
I'm going through a lot.
Oh my God, sis, come here.
No. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. I'm going through a lot, though. About accountability. Hold on.
About accountability.
Before you start trying to
I'm
just
good.
be strong.
I'm very good. I just have a lot on my plate.
And let them be. Okay.
I got a lot on my plate. It's totally fine.
We all do, OG.
Exactly. That's why I'm telling you it's okay, because I'm gonna go through it.
We didn't come here to get this, but this makes us feel like we can love on you.
Okay.
And like I'm getting emotional because I don't even think she had that. I feel like it's all like you have this wall, and I get why you have your walls. They are so warranted.
Yeah.
This is literally like I'm shaking because I didn't know.
Can I have a hug?
Sure.
Because I would never call you a hug. Sure. I'm serious, OG. Like, you gotta stop. Like, you have talked to me. Like,
I did talk to you, Malaysia.
It would have been easy for you to slide in my DMs or text me and be like, bitch, what?
But
and I would have been like,
here's the
not
thing.
you, this nigga tripping.
I'm still learning, you guys. And what I would wish is that you guys would reciprocate it. I'm very big on holding myself accountable to things.
Mm-hmm.
When you say you're talking about us, I have done nothing but stand up for myself. I never said nothing about you. You know how that day went.
You said that I bleached my skin, and that really
I said I
hurt my
heard
feelings.
that you bleached your skin.
It really hurt my
Can I
feelings.
tell you how that came about? A girl who said she sold you the cream sent me the information, and I said I heard. I'm very choice with my words. I didn't say you bleach your skin. I said I heard you bleach your skin. That's what I heard.
On my children's life, I will never do anything like that to my body.
It's okay. I don't care if you do or you don't, Malaysia.
Look at my face. But still, the fact that you said it, that gives it gives people the range to roll with it. And so if I'm saying that if I said the things that I hear about you, I would never do that, because I don't want, like, this is how I feel, and this is why I was hurt. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not coming over here because I want a pity party or anything like that, but that hurt me because I'm like, what the fuck? Like, why would you put that jacket on me? You know, like, even them saying that my kids were dirty. Like, don't put that jacket out there. I had to bear a lot of stuff too. You're not the only one, but this one is a little bit bigger because I don't want you to be around not feeling comfortable. Like, if somebody wronged you or somebody is treating you different because of the color of your skin.
And if we're going to be real and we're going to hold each other accountable,
Yes,
like we keep
do.
saying it, you have said things about me behind my back.
Like what?
You've called me ugly.
I have never.
Did she call me ugly?
When specifically? At the reunion?
The very first time I met you guys.
When I wasn't at that was you.
No. The very first time I met you guys. Has Malaysia ever talked about me like a dog or said anything about me?
I believe you and her both did. I believe it was the hairs in the car.
Not that part.
Stuff.
Before I even met her. When I went shopping with you guys and I went to go change.
I don't remember her saying you was ugly. I remember her saying something like, why are you wearing that shirt or something?
Why'd you bring her around? Look at her boobs.
Yeah,
No.
she did say, but it wasn't why'd you bring her around, because we know
You
why.
asked me about your shirt, the side boob.
No, I
said,
didn't.
no. You said, would you wear this shirt? I can't remember. And I was like, I wouldn't wear the shirt because
Yeah,
I
it's
don't like
been a
my
long
boobs.
time, but
It was
you
never, I've never said this girl was ugly,
Yeah,
blah, blah, blah. She looked like a dog. That's not me. Now, when we were arguing, I said your wig was in the car. That was that. And still in that moment, I had nothing negative to say about you. You came at me, so I defended myself.
I said, you have a wig on. I did not make
It
fun
was
of your
like,
wig.
you and wig could stay here.
Because you had a wig on. I did
And
not make fun of your wig.
You did. That's making fun of me.
It's throwing shade that you have a wig
You're
on.
throwing shade, making fun, the same difference.
Okay, so without the semantics, at the end of the day, that day, you know how that played out. You know that was an invitation to my pool party, and I was simply trying to make sure that her and the other one knew that each one was invited, so if they didn't want to be in each other's presence, they would not have to. However it played out, and it looked very confusing because you said I was messy, and that's where I got defensive. When you called me messy, and then you try to say, call her, and I'm letting you know, I'm still getting to know Jackie. I don't even have her number. I don't have her number,
So,
and I'm still getting to know her.
I'm not trying to like slang, who's right and who's wrong in a scene that was like far back. And
Yes.
like, seriously, I have no issues with you. Even if
like out here now in the world, everybody thinks that I'm bleaching my skin. I'm okay with that. I'm gonna have to live with that. I'm okay with that. Like, how do we move forward from treating each other like however it is? We got to say something, because we don't know each other. We are getting to know each other, and it's hard to get to know each other with this around. And it's hard to understand if you're being smart, if you're being a smart ass. Am I missing the shade? Should I say something? Should I not? You know, if I'm being a smart ass, am I missing the shade? Like, it's very hard to have your shit thrown in your face on national TV, whether it's real or fake, you know? It is. So how do we move forward from back then to today?
Well, for starters, passing the blame cannot continue.
Right.
Interrupting each other cannot continue. Telling each other how to feel or what happened cannot continue. Smiling in each other's faces and then talking shit behind each other's back cannot continue.
Girl, that's
I mean, you're saying a lot, and I hear you, and I'm receiving it, but at the same time, it's like I sometimes look at you and I feel like it's hypocritical, because you said to my face at the reunion, you're just mad because nobody liked you. Okay, so that's including yourself. So that's being fake to me, because we didn't have no problem.
After I said nobody, that did not mean me. I'm saying you're mad. Honestly, I feel like what you were, and this is my feelings, okay? That's why I said I'm coming in here and I'm trying to understand what you feel. My feelings was, it was more of a favoritism thing. And what you were taking as favoritism, as like people didn't like you because of the color of your skin.
No.
That's what I understood it to be.
People treated me differently because the color of my skin, and that's
I was
exactly
saying
what the
that
experience
maybe people
was.
were treating you different because it's a favoritism thing. We all deal with it. Like, some of us has been here for a very long time, and some of us
hasn't.
Yeah, but
No. I kind of explained it to you that night, but Malaysia wasn't present. It's the color, but to me, the baseline is this. There are 3 types of acceptable black women in the industry. There's the black woman who gets to be the class clown all the time, and we'll welcome her because she's the one we can be the butt of the joke. There's the black girl who is aggressive, and we don't fuck with her because she's the angry black woman. And then there's the black woman who is submissive. And I'm not trying to throw shade. I'm saying you came off passive aggressive, willing to do whatever, willing to take this back, willing to take that back. And that's what I was saying. You fit into that category in terms of the complexion pendulum. And then when it comes to features, Kristen, you have Western features. It's not your fault. That's how God made you. Your nose is slender. It's different. I have eccentric African features. So even if you think it's just about the color, it's more than that. It's not just about the complexion. You made a statement. I know it was a while ago, but you made a statement like, you know, at the end of the day, to me, if you are pro-supporting women, especially if you're pro-supporting black women, which is what you said the first year I got to know you, I want to see the action. So I'm holding you accountable to the action, not the words. And my experience with you was not support. I heard things. I talked to you about it. I was very nice to you every time we encountered each other, whether it was with an audience or without audience. So when I sat at my house and watched the show play itself out, I was taken aback by all the stuff you said about me on your confessionals behind my back, because I was like, that's not who I met. So I felt like I met your representative. That's how I felt.
Okay, so you could feel how you want to feel, but we all know that throughout the duration of the show, when we do confessionals, it be different periods. So maybe if I said something, it may have been in a period where we were not feeling each other. And yes, because me and you don't get along, don't mean that I am not pro-woman. So you can't just take that one scenario and say, hey, I'm not looking out for all women.
I didn't say that, but you said it to me like I'm pro-women.
But you're saying it right now like I am not for a woman, and I'm just for all human beings. And I just feel like you are saying, like, you're the one that's pointing out facial features. You're
to
pointing
explain
out
the baseline.
Yeah, I know, but you're placing a different lens to us right now because we have never talked to each other and picked each other apart and said, you're different from me. We never tried to do that. So if that is the case,
I'm going to disagree with you. Yeah, I'm just going to.
I don't think we ever had that conversation. None of us.
It's kind of like, remember when I came in here and I said the other day, like, when the three of you were sitting down, you and OG and Jen, and I was like, you were all black women to me. Like, I never looked at a lighter skin tone or the issue that you said that you felt where I was being had colorist to you, and I was saying
I never said this.
The text messages. I'm talking about the text messages. Remember when you explained to me how I said weird or laughs versus disturbing? That was the example you gave to me, right?
That was the example I gave to you about the painting the angry black woman syndrome, which falls into the colorism pendulum.
Which I explained to you was, at that moment, I just didn't like you. You know what I mean? So that's why I laughed at her. I'm not saying it's okay. I'm just saying my real, honest answer, which I told you the other night, was it had nothing to do with
and when you said that,
do
you remember what I said? I said, Kristen, what did I do to you first? And you couldn't answer that question.
In that moment, what did you do to me first?
In general, what did I...
We did go back there. Remember, we tried to move forward. We went back all the way to your party.
No.
We're not going to go back to...
You didn't answer the question. Did she answer the question? She didn't answer the question.
Okay, so ask me.
I asked you two questions. I said, why now? Like, why do you want to talk about this now? Because so much time has passed. Mm-hmm. If anybody wanted to reach me, it's been over a year. Mm-hmm. And I said, the second question was, what did I do to you first? Because I know for a fact that before I even met you, you guys were Googling me and watching my football films and already talking about me before I ever met you.
Okay, so...
Is that a fair statement?
That's not... I did not Google you or watch your football films, personally. No. Was something sent to me? Yes. And she's not here for us to talk about. At all. But did I personally Google you and look you up? Absolutely not. I did have something sent to me. However, when I met you, none of that mattered to me. Like, I saw a black person coming on with me as a black person. Period. End of story. So when Jackie and I were at your party, like, you asked me, I thought that I answered your question was, we're going to go back there. I was irritated. Was I not irritated that you can remember 3 years ago, me and you set up the part, all that. So I was already in a bad mood. Good or bad, and how it played out, we both apologized to each other about the things that we have said. It had nothing. I hear how you feel about colorism displayed. Yes, like people could say, Kristen got a badass attitude. Well, sometimes I do. Okay. I don't feel like if you said that about me, I would be in one of those three categories. I would be fitting maybe how I'm acting at the moment. Does that make sense?
No, because I don't think you guys fully understand the definition of colorism and racism. When you try to paint another woman, a black woman, like she is the stereotypical aggressor, okay? You guys never did that to Evelyn. You never did that to Malaysia. You never did that to Phoebe. These women have all said, Phoebe said at the skating rink, I'm gonna fucking kill this bitch about Jackie. You never called her aggressive. Malaysia threw a table at Jen and said, I'm not trying to go to the penitentiary.
You're talking about one situation out of 1,000 things.
Let me finish, please.
No, because you're
Let me finish. Am I not going to get to finish?
No, because I'm sick of you guys painting me to be the angry person when
Now you know how I feel. I'm sick of it too.
Well, just say that, but don't.
I'm trying to, but you won't let me finish.
I let you finish, and
let me finish.
I'm done with the table throwing because you got 1,000 other things that I am
Malaysia,
great at.
Let me finish so we can have a civil discussion because I've let you guys finish, and everybody has said their piece without interruption much.
You're right.
You did not do that to Evelyn. You guys never called her aggressive. You passively said it was funny. It's okay. Oh, she's just this. She's just that. That is colorism.
Okay, so can I interrupt you?
I'm not done, but go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Bad memory, mommy brain. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay. I'm going to say it right to your face so that it's very clear. Evelyn threw a drink straight past my face. That was aggressive behavior. 100%.
I don't need to know that. She needs to know that. I know it's aggressive behavior.
We've had these conversations with her.
I don't know that.
Okay,
I'm
but
just letting you
so
know.
now you know that we
I'm
have.
letting you know the way it plays out
Okay.
is that everybody else gets a pass.
No.
I'm just telling you the way it plays out is that
Okay.
everybody else gets a pass, and I can't even use my words because I'm gonna be painted like a Godzilla, gorilla, a monkey, or whatever the fuck you want to call it.
Okay, I'm looking at you in your face right now. I don't think any of that about you.
That's what we
think
are saying now.
Okay, so let me have now. I don't think you're Godzilla, OG. I don't think that you are ugly. However, I think that there have been times where you and me have had ugly behavior.
Yes.
Okay? And that ugly behavior that we have had from the inside comes out and people say shit and it don't be right. I don't think that you're ugly. I think I've looked at myself and been like, Kristen, that shit ain't cute. It's been ugly behavior. I'm looking at you in your face right now. I do not, and who the fuck am I? If I thought that you were, fuck me. That would be my opinion. And you should say, fuck me. Fuck off, fuck you, fuck whatever. Fuck it all. Fuck us. If that, whatever it is. You know that you are beautiful, right? You know that
I
you're
know
beautiful.
me. I don't need
thank you.
no
I'm
reinforcement.
not saying it like that. But my point is, as long as you know, and the people that love you know, fuck what anybody else has to
Kristen,
say.
that has been my mantra from the moment I met you guys.
Okay.
So, as bomb as this soliloquy is, that has been my mantra, and I agree 1,000%. All I'm saying is we are having discussion about accountability. You guys asked me questions. I've answered your questions. I don't know what else I'm supposed to do if the questions and the answers are not to your liking. All I know is we can agree on certain things, we can disagree on certain things. At the end of the day, your last question was, how do we move on from here? And the way we move on from here is every time we erase the dry erase board and start anew, we cannot keep repeating the same mistakes. And I told Jackie personally, I said, with Kristen, after that last talk we just had, I said, I'm going to try something different. So that way we can ensure a different result. Because what we have been doing is not working.
I agree.
It's not working.
I agree.
So that's my effort.
Thank you.
I told you. I told them. Jen, everybody. That's my effort. But I can only control me. I can't control what you do. I can't control what you do. I can't control what the group does or the dynamic does. Because let's be honest. Everybody has a little twang when they're around their boo thing. If that's your girl, you kind of have a little different like bop to your step. And there's nothing wrong with that. But it also affects the next domino. You get what I'm saying? So sometimes like if you guys are vibing, I've told you, Jackie can attest. When you guys were vibing, I don't have no reason not to like Malaysia.
Yeah, we didn't even have a conversation about Malaysia.
I don't have no reason.
Her or not liking
Exactly.
her.
I don't have no reason not to like her. You guys have your thing. I'm going to be taken aback. I'm going to try to get to know her. You can ask those ladies out there. I literally told them, when you go meet them, make your own judgment. But I just want that in return.
I just want, and then I'm going to let you guys know somebody's supposed to be talking. I just want to make it very clear that it's not a this side versus that side, this house versus that house. Your experiences, and this is my opinion, I feel like sometimes are, in my opinion, in my eyes, are skewed and twisted to fit into this little bubble of colorism and racism.
Okay, see, I think we're doing it again.
No,
okay.
we're not. I'm not trying to do it again.
We are
just
doing it.
want-
I literally I tried to erase the slate, and we're doing it again.
Okay.
Stop trying to
Okay.
tell me how to feel. Stop
I
trying
didn't.
to. You said I think
I
that
said this is my opinion. I wasn't trying to tell you how to feel at all.
I'm not misconstruing nothing.
So okay,
I'm
you're
not
right
twisting.
in my opinion.
No,
Okay.
I'm just letting you know I'm not twisting anything.
Okay.
And the reason why I know I'm not is because the world, however we were presented, the world has made their own decision. And to be honest to you, both of you guys, I feel like these conversations are happening now, a year and a half later, because you guys cannot handle the backlash you received from the world, which is my opinion. That's why I think these conversations are happening now, because you do have my Instagram and we have DM'd in the past. You are not on my Instagram because I blocked you a year or two ago.
But I didn't have a problem with the One Monkey Don't Stop No Show because
But you didn't know that. I didn't.
Yeah, it was
I didn't.
my life,
I
so
did
I didn't
not
think
play
I had
into
to,
that.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you the
so
example.
I didn't think I had to DM you because it didn't have nothing to do with you.
Okay, so that's a different subject. With you, Thomas has Kwame's number. You know that. Kwame has Thomas's number. If we really wanted to get in contact with each other, we could. I'll just put it to you like that, okay? So we did it. And I felt like I didn't have to extend an olive branch because I felt like I already said at the showcase, the music showcase, we're good. So when we kept moving forward and then comes to Costa Rica, I'm like, you know what? I just want them to talk. I know how this feels. I don't know how you feel. Go talk. But when you start backlashing at me, I'm like, how can I be good with somebody who's already, to me, got an attitude? So how can we keep going backwards? Right now, I literally just said, let's not do this. Let's not repeat this in history. And then you took it back. I'm not going to agree with you on the colorism thing because I stand firm on my position. I think there's a colorism issue in this group. How it's going to get fixed, I don't know. I'm not going to change my position. I still believe that. I know what I experienced. So I can't expect you.
You just had the one experience, though.
No, it's not one experience. And I don't even want to keep going down into it because I'm currently being sued. You're not being sued. You're not being sued. You're not being sued. You guys all were in Amsterdam when our other homegirl was called Ling Ling. Nobody jumped on that. An apology was issued immediately to her, written and verbal. Right?
So
Cece said in that moment, you're a racist. I don't have to keep bringing up examples. I know what I experienced.
And listen, sis, I have told you already, no one can tell you how you feel.
Absolutely.
All I'm saying, though, is when that was said to Cece about the Ling Ling thing, we don't jump in each other's arguments because we all say a bunch of stuff to each other over the years. At the end of the day, sisters argue. Sisters argue, sisters fight, just like we all know. Okay. So all I'm saying is we take accountability.
Nobody
and say
jumped
we're
into
sorry.
the argument, but I'm not saying
no, I get it. But I was just saying that was the reason when you said nobody stepped in.
I didn't say nobody stepped in. I said she got an apology,
right. And she got it from Evelyn.
I said she got an apology. I said nobody. The example I'm giving, just for clarity,
just so
is when Cece was called Ling Ling,
right.
And Cece's immediate response was, "You're being a racist."
I remember that.
Her immediate response was to answer the question. Somebody said, "What is that?" Oh, Cece said, "What does that mean?" She says, "The nail shop girl."
She asked me.
I know. I'm not guilting you, girl. I'm saying that the order of operations.
I'm like, listen.
No, I understand.
You gave clarity.
I gave clarity because
this is getting way
it is
over context because I'm not guilting you. I'm literally just saying what happened to refresh everyone's memory. I'm not guilting you. My point is, you knew immediately it was a racist derogatory name. Cece knew immediately it was a racist derogatory name. Cece got an apology immediately after Cece said she was a racist. Okay? Cece did not get a lawsuit.
Okay, so what did Evelyn do to you? Because maybe you would have gotten
I'm not talking about that.
Maybe you would have gotten an apology like Cece did because she knew exactly which one it was.
Girl, come on.
Can I ask you two a question since we are newer to your circles? Mm-hmm. Have you guys had these types of things in the past and people have, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, is this something new that is happening? Have you had people come in and out of your circle who have, I don't know, I'm trying to figure out why this is happening so we can move the fuck forward.
This is not new, okay?
I have an idea what might help. I think this is great where we are right now. I think before it escalates to something even bigger or goes backwards, because everybody needs to take a moment. I think this was a great first step in talking. Was. I'm not even going to say I commend everybody because this is something sisters do. We're going through something. Let's just take a moment to breathe and come back to it a little bit later if you guys are good with that, until we can figure out. And now you shared some more stuff with these guys, and now Malaysia gets her take on it. It's not coming from Kristen back to the house. Malaysia actually heard. So, we'll come back together. And I have an idea, and we'll see where it goes.
So as you guys saw, that was the conversation. OG says there's colorism. The other girl says that they're not. I do commend Jackie for trying to get everybody together and on one accord. She is the mediator. She shouldn't act in that role, because sometimes when you try to mediate, it falls back on you and they could turn on her. So she just needs to really stay all the way out of it as much as possible. OG may have some valid points, but this is not colorism. You need to pipe down. You really need to pipe down. And like, you are the storyline of basketball wise at this point, but you need to pipe down. Like, they're sincerely coming to you and trying to work things out. So you need to take those walls down and let them girls get close to you. There has been some favoritism. The other girls are aggressive and you're not. You have some aggressive words, but you haven't been aggressive. So that right there, I don't agree with, because they shouldn't single you out. But you are not ugly at all. You're gorgeous. So don't let those words get to you that they have said. They're trying to move forward, and you should too with them. And take that wall down. It's not necessary. You guys, until next time, hit that subscribe button and take care.